Right, so before I start today's video, I just want to get a few things out of the way. Yes, the gameplay you're looking at right now is the original Modern Warfare 2. It's a 3-year-old video from my channel, which is unlisted. Unfortunately, at the moment, 7 Days to Die is updating, so I'm unable to record gameplay to use in the background. That's usually the game I use as a backdrop for my gameplay commentaries, but as I said, it's updating. The second thing I want to get out of the way is you may have noticed there are no longer any intros and outros. I've decided to dispose of them. They're not really essential to the channel's survival. But if you do want an intro, enjoy this footage of a man falling through a roof.
What the hell's going on there? Hey Ryan.
Hey Billy. That hurt.
So, about a month ago, I made a video on a man who is obsessed with eating bricks. Yeah, this guy. Well, I've got some good news today, ladies and gentlemen. We have found the eater of houses a loving wife. That's right, potential for romance is in the air, even for our good friend Brickman.
My name's Teresa. I'm 44 years old. I live in Bedford, Virginia. Pretty day today. And I'm addicted to eating rocks.
Whoever edited this episode of My Strange Addiction, thank you. Thank you so much. You are an absolute legend. Have you noticed how when it's all perfectly normal, you've got this happy-go-lucky guitar music going on, and then as soon as she says that she likes to eat literal fucking rocks, it just goes to fucking doom and gloom.
My name's Teresa. I'm 44 years old. I live in Bedford, Virginia. Pretty day today. And I'm addicted to eating rocks. I don't think I would be able to function every day if I didn't eat some quantity of rock.
I mean, call me crazy, but last time I checked, you don't need to eat rocks to be able to function as a normal human being. I'm pretty sure you need to drink water and eat food and all that other jazz, but I'm pretty sure you don't need to ingest rocks to keep on functioning.
Teresa has been addicted to eating rocks for more than 20 years. She was initially attracted to the earthy smell.
I was just out walking one day. I had no intention of biting into it or chewing it, but I did, and once I did that, I was hooked on them.
Okay, so 2 questions. First of all, how the fuck does she still have teeth after 20 years of eating rocks? Seriously, look at her teeth. They're like pearly fucking whites. It's like her teeth are perfectly fine. Like nothing has happened to them over the 20 years. How are they like this? Secondly, where the fuck did you get a piece of rock from in the first place during that walk? Did you just like scrape your fingernail on a brick wall and along with your scraping off came a bit of rock and you just decided to like throw it in your mouth? How did this go down? How did this transpire? I'm genuinely curious.
Now Teresa can't go more than a few hours without eating rocks.
It's the grittiness of it and the earthy taste. I actually like how it feels on my teeth when I'm crunching them up.
So she likes how the rock texture feels on her tongue as she's crunching down on this rock. But, you know, who are we to judge? Maybe we shouldn't rush to conclusions. Maybe I should try it myself. I actually have an ornamental rock on my windowsill. I'm going to try it. Fuck it, I'm going to try it. I'll be right back. Yeah, I know, that tastes like absolute ass.
I'm very worried about Teresa. When your body can't handle what you're putting inside of it, it's gonna rebel against you.
She has a rock tray. Most people have an ashtray, not Teresa. Teresa has a rock tray. And she takes little rocks from her rock tray and she puts them into a little pill box. And here's the thing I want to know, right? The rocks that she doesn't put in the pillbox, are those the ones that have gone off? Or does she? I'm sorry. I'm going to try and control my laughter. Are the rocks in the pillbox the ones that are safe to eat? How does this work? How does it work? I really want to know.
Teresa's favorite type of rock is a mixture of several minerals, including granite. She uses a hammer to break them up into bite-sized pieces.
This is about the size I like it because it's not as hard to swallow. I would normally take a piece like this and normally just put it in my mouth or bite on it, or just put the whole piece in my mouth and...
Oh my god, the look on her face. She's become self-aware. Look at that face. She is questioning herself in her mind right now. She's like, oh shit, what have I done with my life? I'm on national TV, slowly eating the crust of planet Earth. What the fuck am I doing?
And get the earthy taste off of it. I will eat them in front of anybody. I'm not ashamed of it, so it doesn't really bother me. I eat it at home, of course, watching TV, movies, in my bedroom, driving down the road.
Oh, she eats it when she's driving down the road, huh? Can you imagine being in a traffic jam and this lady is in the lane next to you and you've got your window rolled down and you glimpse out the window and you do a bit of a double take, and then when you look back you're like, this woman's eating fucking stones. What the fuck? Just imagine being that guy in the lane next to her.
I do eat more rocks when I'm nervous or upset. It does bring me down and makes me feel more calm.
When my mom eats rocks,
I call up the nearest insane asylum and book her a room. I then proceed to rock back and forth in the corner crying, hoping that it's not hereditary and that I will become like her when I am older.
it's kind of like she goes to La La Land. She doesn't seem to be paying attention to anything going on around her.
Teresa even drives up to an hour away to reach the rocks that make her mouth water.
This is one of my places that I come to get the rocks. I like it because it's actually in the dirt banks and it's really good pieces for crushing up and eating.
She's digging through a dirt bank for rocks. She actually gets her rocks from the side of the road. I mean, think of all the exhaust fumes that have covered that dirt bank. Not to mention all the rabbit feces and stuff that have probably lined that dirt. Lady, I think you might want to rethink your life choices here. I'm just saying, there's probably all sorts of stuff in that mud that can fuck up your inner workings of your body.
Other people have told me to worry about animals using the bathroom and things like that, or oil leaks or anything that might get on the rocks, but I don't care to wash them.
I mean, I don't really even need to say anything here. All you need to do is rewind to the last statement I made. She doesn't wash the rocks. It still has the animal feces and the exhaust fumes all over it. I mean, it's weird enough to start eating rocks, right? But come on, if you're gonna do it, at least wash the rocks off, please.
I don't care to wash them. I don't care to wash them. I don't care to wash them.
I don't care to wash them.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night,
I don't care
I
to
can
wash
feel my leg.
Teresa's addiction to eating rocks hasn't come without a price.
I've had a tooth break before from eating rocks. I have a few choking experiences while driving the car. Actually, pieces lodged in my throat.
One day I was eating some rocks and then I felt the need to go to the bathroom. And when I was taking a giant shit in the bathroom, some pebbles and some teeth came out of my asshole. I had to pay $100 for asshole reconstruction surgery. Ahoy!
And it scared me. I've had a lot of stomach pain. I've had blood in my stools and trouble with going to the bathroom.
I've told my mom many times what could happen to her. She's taken it pretty lightly, I think.
He actually aggravates me. Anytime he finds my rocks, he throws them away.
Oh, no. That's perfectly normal, Teresa. I mean, most mums get aggravated when their children try and look out for their safety in the hopes that you actually make it to see him graduate from college. All jokes aside, part of me does feel sorry for this lady. Part of me does feel bad for all the health issues she's going through. But it is admittedly quite difficult to feel bad for her when she's doing it to herself. Do you get what I mean?
Don't throw them away, please.
I think it's going to take all of us, her friends, her family, everyone to say, you need to put these away.
I'm not ready to stop, and I don't think there's anything that would make me stop.
Teresa, darling, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but there is at least one thing that will make you stop, and there's no way to sugarcoat this. It's called dying from eating rocks. Death. Kaput. You're gone. Boom.
Teresa has been eating rocks for the past 20 years.
I've tasted dirt, cigarette ashes, doggy treats, but nothing tastes the same to me as the actual rock.
Okay, so when you're trying to replace your rock-eating addiction, I can totally understand trying to substitute it for dirt. And to an extent, I can understand trying to substitute it for cigarette ash. But how in the fuck does a dog treat resemble the taste of eating a literal boulder?
Her addiction has gotten so bad, she can't go a single day without consuming rocks. Teresa's children are scared her addiction is harming her and want to convince her to get help.
I'm afraid that my mom won't be around in our future if she continues eating the rocks.
Sorry to break the comedy, but there are no jokes to be made here. The daughter, and most likely the son, are terrified that their mum won't be around for much longer. And that's just heartbreaking. There isn't really much funny to say about it at all. It really does hit you, you know, in the feels.
How do you know if you're chewing on your rock or it's not your tooth or something?
I know it's not my tooth because I would feel my tooth if it comes out. And it wouldn't taste the same either.
I'm afraid you might choke on it.
I'm not going to let myself choke.
What happens if a rock goes down and cuts your intestines and you bleed internally? You could die from that.
If they catch it in time, I'm sure it would be fine.
Oh, you know, a little internal bleeding. It's nothing. I'm sure I won't bleed out internally on my way to the hospital. Also, can I just throw on the fact, for those of you who don't know, healthcare, unlike in Britain, it isn't free in America, and I hate to even imagine the amount of money you would have to pay to have your insides put back together after they've been torn apart by a rock. This woman has just reached the point of insanity, pretty much. I don't understand how her children are sitting here telling her all these horrific things that could happen to her, and she's just like, no, it'll be fine, come on guys, it'll be fine.
And if they don't, it just really bothers me because I've already lost my dad 3 years ago, and if you continue eating rocks, I'm afraid I might lose you. It doesn't even seem like you listen to what we tell you.
I listen to what y'all tell me.
But you don't care.
No, I care.
Me and my mom are very close. I would be broken if something ever did happen. I really think you need to quit.
Why you think so?
Because it's not healthy for you. It could really hurt you. And I think you should get a doctor's opinion, and you should think twice about it.
I'm listening to what y'all say right now. I'm taking it all to heart. Guess I'll listen to what the doctor has to say.
So Teresa finally listens to reason and agrees to go and see a doctor. And I imagine the doctor is going to turn around and say, yeah, we actually have the perfect place for you. It's called an asylum. And we can get you on a ward there right now if you'd like. Also, please stop eating rocks, you're going to kill yourself.
The kids' opinion matters to me. They lost their dad. I know that I need to be here, and if they tell me I need to do something, then I'm going to try to do it.
Her family and friends have confronted her about her addiction and want her to see a doctor. Teresa agreed, but doesn't think she's ready to quit.
My main fear is that the doctor might say, stop eating the rocks.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. What else is the doctor gonna say? Oh, actually, this is incredibly healthy for you. We're gonna need you to chow down on Mount Everest. And don't stop until you get to the very bottom of the mountain.
I'm not really looking forward to her saying that.
You're experiencing some stomach discomfort, correct?
Just pain in general.
Just pain.
Yes, it doesn't really bother me that much, so.
Pain doesn't bother you?
No, ma'am.
That's an unusual response. Are you aware of what eating rocks may do to you?
Not really, no.
Okay, you take these, which are your little pieces, okay, that you ground up. When you swallow them and you run them through your system, you get them down to an area where they can accumulate. They don't necessarily stay small. They can form concrete. And now they get to be this big, and then they get to be this big. That can cause your death.
I've got two things to say here. One, I absolutely love how the doctor reacts to her saying pain doesn't bother her. Well, that's a very unusual response. Secondly, the doctor just basically turned around to this lady and said, "Sweetheart, your body has become a cement mixer. Please stop." And that's basically it. That's basically the end of the video in a nutshell. The doctor turns around to her and basically says, not word for word, but she basically says, yeah, we can do medical procedures and stuff, but this is down to you. You really need to stop eating rocks or nothing is going to be able to save you. And then at the end of the episode, it turns around and says, oh, Teresa has cut back to only eating 2 rocks a day. And I really do hope that she cut back even further to the point where she wasn't eating any at all. Because the alternative to that is she died. And yeah, I hope that's not the case. I hope she stopped for good. And that's it. That's today's video. Please consider leaving a like. This video was a ball ache to make because there was so much to break down. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. I've been Assassin Magic and I have a very large penis. Goodbye.